At the start of Football Manager 2024, you will find Archie Gray at Leeds United. He's 17 years old and he's yet to be capped by any of England's international teams. He's valued by Leeds at £7.8 to £24 million. He has a contract that is worth £1,000 per week and that runs until 2025. Looking at the positions he can play on the pitch, he is an out-and-out midfielder. He can play as an orthodox central midfielder, a defensive midfielder or even as an attacking midfielder if you need him to. Looking at his attributes, in terms of the physical side of his game, he has good acceleration, agility, balance, natural fitness, pace and stamina. In the mentals, he has quite a complete set of stats which will only get better, but some standouts are composure, teamwork, vision and work rate. And in the technicals, he has good dribbling, first touch, passing, tackling and technique. So he's built up to be one of those typical English central midfield wonderkids. The question is, how much will he develop in 2028 and will he still be playing for Leeds United? So we have jumped 5 years forward. It is 2028 and we find Archie Gray is still at Leeds United. He's now 22 years old and has represented England 28 times, scoring 2 goals. He's valued by Leeds at £44 to £132 million and has a contract worth £105,000 per week and that runs until 2031. Looking at the player and his development, he's really exploded as a footballer in terms of the physicals, the balance, agility, acceleration, pace and stamina stand out. In the mentals, anticipation, composure, decisions, vision, positioning, teamwork and work rate are all stand out. In the technicals, dribbling, first touch, long shots, passing of 16, tackling of 13 and technique of 15. If we look at his career stats to see how he has developed, so he has been a member of Leeds' first team all the way through his career. Starting off in the Championship in 23-24, they would gain promotion to the Premier League and haven't looked back since, and he has been a first team starter pretty much ever present in every single campaign, playing 36 games, 38 and 37, and in the latter 2 seasons of his 26-27, 27-28 campaigns, he would score over a 7 average rating. So he has started to hit that upward trajectory. Is he going to be able to achieve everything that he wants at Leeds United? Will he still be there in 5 years' time? Let's jump into the future and see what happens when we get to 2033. So we are now in 2033 and we see Archie Gray has changed Leeds United for Manchester City. He's 27 years old, has played 62 times for England, scoring 3 goals. He's valued by Manchester City at £95 to £284 million, has a contract worth £205,000 per week and that runs till 2037. Looking at the player himself, he has shown big signs of improvement by the age of 27. Looking at the physicals, they are still complete, with balance of 16 being the standout, but he also has agility of 15, pace of 14 and stamina of 15. In the mentals, he now has anticipation of 17, composure of 17, decisions of 17, positioning of 16 and vision of 17. Then in the technicals, first touch of 15, passing of 16, technique of 16 and tackling of 13. Looking at his career path then to see how he got to Manchester City, so he played for Leeds until the 30-31 season before he would make an £81 million move to Manchester City, and since he has been at City he has been ever present. 38 games in his first season, having 8 assists and 1 goal, and then in the 32-33 campaign he would have 36 appearances, 1 goal, 9 assists, but a 7.12 average rating. So his career is now on the upward curve completely. Swap Leeds United for Manchester City. How good can he get? What will happen in his career once we get to 2038? So it is now 2038, we have jumped 5 years further forward and we find Archie Gray is at Chelsea. He's 32 years old, has played 108 times for England, scoring 5 goals. He's valued by Chelsea at £11.5 to £34 million. He has a contract worth £235,000 per week and that runs until 2040. Looking at the player, he's probably prolonging that period of when he's at his peak. A few of the physicals have started to drop away, but in terms of the fundamentals, he has retained most of the high scoring categories, and in the technicals, he still has good first touch, passing and technique, meaning that he will still perform at a high level. So let's find out how he has got to Chelsea then. So after seasons at Manchester City, he finally moved to Chelsea in the 2036-37 season, and they paid £49.5 million for him. He has played a total of 64 games for Chelsea in 2 seasons, scoring 5 goals, having 5 assists, but the average ratings have started to drop away a bit. 6.84 and a 6.81, although he did have a 7.85 for the 2 games he played for Manchester City in the early part of the 36-37 season. Scrolling down then and looking at his career in a whole, 511 games, 29 goals, 81 assists, 15 Player of the Match awards, and a 6.99 average rating, which will round up to a 7. If we go into the milestones to see how he has got on in terms of winning with his clubs. So, Sky Bet Championship champions with Leeds. Then he got his first international cap against Spain. He was a FIFA World Cup winner with England. He was an FA Cup runner-up, Nations League winner with England. He was Premier League champion with Manchester City, Champions League winner with Manchester City, Community Shield and Super Cup winners all in 2032, Super Cup runner-up, Nations League winner with England, Champions League winner with Manchester City, FA Cup runner-up and Carabao Cup winner. Then in 34 they won the FA Cup. They were Nations League runners-up with England in 35. In 36, Man City Community Shield winners, Premier League champion, and with England he was UEFA European Championships runner-up. In terms of 2037 with Chelsea, FA Community Shield runner-up, FA Cup winner and Carabao Cup winner. In terms of the awards that he won individually, going back to Leeds, he finished as the 24-25 Next Gen runner-up. He was Supporters Player of the Year, named in Leeds Seasonal Best 11. Going forwards, Supporters Player of the Year at Leeds, English Premier Division Young Player of the Month for April. He then was again Seasonal Best 11, Supporters Player of the Year, inducted into England's overall Best 11. There are a lot more Seasonal Best 11s and Supporters Player of the Year awards, winning that in 29 and 30 with Leeds. He was named in England's Seasonal Best 11 in 31, World Team of the Year in 2032 with Manchester City, 2033 World Team Player of the Year as well, named in England's Seasonal Best 11, English Player Division Player of the Month for October, and there are lots of those. 2036 he was England Player of the Year, 2037 England Player of the Year also. So in terms of his personal accolades, he does actually achieve quite a lot, and he also has won quite a lot of trophies throughout his career. I would say he has had a brilliant career. He has developed really well as a footballer, and if he hits these heights in real life, I think that Archie Gray could go on to be one of England's finest players in that 15-year period that we have just looked at. Right then, if you're still with me at this point of the video, firstly, a big thank you. Secondly, if you could hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, I really would appreciate it. Cannot thank you all enough for the support you've given the channel across the past couple of months. It really has been overwhelming watching the channel grow and go from strength to strength. Before you go, don't forget there are other things on the channel: hints, tips, tutorials, Wonderkids, Let's Plays. There is a little bit of something for everybody on the channel. But for this one, I'm going to leave it there. Big thank you for watching. I'll see you on another video very soon.